Deploy the pods. Admiral Zodok's voice slithered like poisoned silk through the War Council chamber, each syllable laced with the smug weight of certainty. The bioweapon, codenamed Thulisk, was the apex of genetic cruelty. Toxic. Predatory. Unkillable. Perfect. Their oceans will turn hostile. Their water will burn. Their screams will harmonize with conquest, he hissed. The council bowed their heads in solemn anticipation. 1,000 light-years away, Earth's fate was sealed in silence. The first wave splashed into the Pacific under the cover of night, pulsing, venomous nightmares, designed to make mammals rot from the inside and ecosystems collapse with elegant precision. No warning. No mercy. Just extinction. And then came, the live stream. Thousands of Earth hours later, Junior Analyst Quiven was performing routine signal intercepts when something clawed its way across all frequencies. She blinked, 3 vertical eyelids fluttering. A pixelated human face filled the screen. Hi, lovely viewers. Today we're trying something crazy. The feed was labeled, Live, Sea Devil Mukbang, Raw Alien Seafood from Jeju. Quiven called her supervisor with a voice like breaking glass. Sir. I think we've made a mistake. Admiral Zodok's monitor bank flickered to life just in time to catch the human, a young female, casually slap one of their nightmare engines onto a pastel pink cutting board. It twitched. Screamed. One tentacle tried to flee. Oh hush, she giggled, you'll be delicious. She's not afraid, whispered the tactical officer, paralyzed with disbelief. She's wielding a blade, the bioweapon's lead designer mumbled, tentacles curling in on themselves. Observe her technique, another murmured, voice trembling. She's dissecting it with surgical ease. She knows where the toxin sacs are. She knows. On screen, Yuna grinned wide enough to frighten sons. All right. Toxic bits out, time for the fun stuff. Gochujang and sesame oil, classic combo. She took a bite. A long, writhing tentacle, still twitching. Her lips curled into delight. Oh wow, like spicy butter. With trauma. Chat exploded beside her. She cooked a war crime. My eyes are vibrating. Just tried this, 10 out of 10, tongue's numb and I can see Wi-Fi now. Hospital speedrun any %. A roar of rage split the War Council chamber. She's turning our weapon into content. Zodok thundered. Worse than the eating, was the trend. Within 24 hours, TikTok was ablaze with challenges. Hashtag Devil Squid Dance. Hashtag Alien Seafood ASMR. Hashtag Neurotoxin Marinade. They watched in disbelief as humans chomped on creatures meant to dismantle their biology. We made them, stronger, one analyst croaked. No, said the fleet physician, eyes black with horror. We made them, curious. Yuna launched a merch line. The Thulisk population in the Pacific began dwindling, not because of environmental impact. Because they were delicious. A new food truck empire rose. Its slogan? We eat what tried to eat us. The Galactic Syndicate tried jamming signals. Humans thought it was part of the challenge. They added static filters. Alien tech couldn't suppress memes. Sir, Quiven said, shaking. She's doing a collab. With a French chef. Zodok stared at the screen. Yuna and Chef Lucien were flambeing a hybrid tentacle in brandy. I surrender, he said hoarsely. But only because I fear what comes after dessert. You don't understand. Admiral Zodok bellowed, flinging a data crystal across the chamber. That thing wasn't food. It was a war-ending apex organism. And yet, said the intelligence director, voice flat and hollow, they're selling it in bento boxes. With pickled daikon. The Galactic Syndicate had faced extinction events, revolutions, collapsing stars, and species who fed on gamma radiation. But this? This was something else. Yuna's video had reached 80 million views. Her subscriber count had overtaken 5 galactic news channels combined. The human government wasn't even responding to the syndicate's invasion. Because, it wasn't an invasion anymore. It was lunch. Admiral Zodok watched in real time as humans dove to the bottom of Mariana Trench in DIY submersibles, hunting more bioweapons like rare sushi. They called it the Deep Crunch Challenge. "Sir," reports from Earth's eastern hemisphere, croaked a communications officer. "Multiple national governments have declared alien sea devils a protected delicacy." Protected? Zodok shrieked. With trade routes. And price controls. And cooking schools. The Admiral's tendrils lashed the air. "We engineered those creatures to devastate aquatic ecosystems, spread nerve decay through water vapor, and breed in nuclear waste." "Yes," the analyst said grimly. "The humans said the radioactive ones taste like crab rangoon." Zodok's mandibles clicked wildly. "We uploaded their DNA with horror. Trauma. Screaming blood codes. It was psychological warfare." "Sir," another analyst whispered, trembling. "They've turned it into a flavor profile." Back on Earth, Yuna's livestream audience had begun recreating bioweapon recipes at home. A Michelin-starred chef in New York released a cookbook titled Venom and Vinegar, Alien Cuisine for the Brave. In Seoul, a chain of luxury restaurants had opened. Their tagline? "Eat the impossible. Digest the invasion." On screen, Yuna twirled a grilled tentacle-like pasta. "I found this one in a cave near Okinawa. It hissed at me in 7 languages. But once you get past the venom glands, super tender." In the chat. "I tried one raw. Got arrested. Worth it. Don't eat the green sacks unless your insurance is paid up. My skin is glowing. Like literally. Is that normal? Just wait till someone deep fries it with tacos." Zodok shut the feed off. "Has the council voted on a counterstrike?" "They voted on a travel ban, sir. And were immediately doxxed. The humans started a hashtag #LetUsCook. The bioweapons lead engineer wept silently in the corner. I made them scream. I spent 90 cycles designing the internal panic reflex. It was supposed to drive mammals mad." Zodok didn't look at him. "You designed an appetizer." Worse still, the syndicate had underestimated the secondary effects. The alien biology in the bioweapons began altering human perception. Not by killing them, but enhancing them. "Taste hallucinations," murmured a science officer. "Infrared vision. Temporary telepathy. One man bit into a raw specimen and solved a millennium-old math theorem mid-chew." "They're not dying," Zodok whispered. "They're evolving." A red alert flared. A new stream had gone viral. Yuna, standing in front of a deep-sea specimen taller than a bus. Its glowing eyes swirled like galaxies. Its scream cracked the sky. Yuna smiled into the camera. "This one's for my 100 million subscribers. We're gonna torch sear it, then dip it in garlic butter." Zodok collapsed into his throne. "This isn't war anymore," he whispered. "No," said the weapons director. "It's dinner service." Alien fleets, once poised for planetary annihilation, now hovered at the edge of Earth's orbit, watching food blogs. Admiral Zodok stood motionless, surrounded by silence thick as plasma. "They're forming a culinary religion," whispered Quiven. Across Earth, humans had begun forming orders, not governments or militias, but underground cooking cults. Rituals. Sacred recipes passed from chef to apprentice like alien grimoires. They didn't burn flags. They roasted tentacles over open flames, whispering blessings in Korean, French, Swahili. On screen, Yuna wore ceremonial robes now. Lavender and gold, embroidered with symbols from the bioweapon genome. She held up a sizzling claw with reverence. The blood of the ocean, she said. Blessed by sting and storm. Tonight, we cook not just to taste, but to remember who we are. 20,000 followers chanted in the chat. All hail the sauce. We eat, therefore we reign. Flavors of war, peace in the pan. Zodok's voice cracked. They've weaponized ritual cuisine. They're building culture from our mistakes, muttered the archivist. A xenolinguist piped up, frantic. Sir, human literature has changed. The bioweapon is now a symbol of cosmic resistance through consumption. They're rewriting our invasion as a dinner party. Worse still, rumors swirled that other species in the galaxy were intrigued. Black market streams emerged of alien smugglers biting tentacles in shady taverns. Celebrities from neutral planets posted reaction videos of tasting the forbidden dish. Zodok's screen split into chaos. A human street cook flipping an alien rib on a hibachi grill as a marching band played. A child influencer in Brazil painting her face with bioweapon ink for a makeup challenge. A billionaire in Dubai hosting a banquet with live alien tastings for guests wearing flame-proof gloves. The admiral stared in dead silence. This was supposed to break them. They were supposed to fall screaming. They are, said Quiven. But from spice. Not sorrow. One council member had seen enough. He unplugged his respirator and drifted out an airlock, whispering, "We taught them fear, and they taught it flavor." Zodok tried to issue a kill order on all Earth broadcasts. It was intercepted. Not by Earth's military. But by the fans. Hackers flooded the Galactic Syndicate's channels with cooking streams, mukbangs, and food remix memes set to K-pop beats. Every time a warship entered Earth's atmosphere, it was painted in emojis before the sensors could detect them. And still, Yuna cooked. Today, she said softly, we use the brain core of the Alpha Predator class. It releases hallucinogenic oils when properly seared. But you have to cut quickly, before it sings. She plunged a blade. A song echoed across space. One by one, alien admirals tuned in. Not to plan retaliation, but to learn the recipe. I think we should try it, said a warrior from the Iron Nebula. You think the brain's safe? Asked his comrade. Who cares? He replied. She pairs it with wasabi. Zodok trembled. We gave them extinction. And they made it dinner. The Galactic Syndicate met in emergency quorum beneath the swirling core of the Horsehead Nebula. Zodok no longer roared. His voice had eroded into a soft hum of disbelief. She's hosting a universe-wide food festival, said Quiven, eyes sunken and dry. They're calling it BiteCon. Every species that had once feared the humans now tuned in every cycle, not to track war casualties, but to watch them cook the deadliest creatures ever engineered. Across 89 systems, bioengineered monsters were now being raised not as weapons, but livestock. Trade ships were no longer carrying troops, but condiments. The Tarvaxian hive just requested a seat at the tasting table, said a security officer. And the Grax Dominion wants to sponsor the live stream. The universe had pivoted. The war economy had become a food economy. Even now, on a floating broadcast ring above Earth, the broadcast began, "Welcome to the first annual Intergalactic Mukbang Showdown." Lights exploded. Alien chefs with 6 arms plated glowing tentacles with saffron foam and space mango chutney. A 3-eyed food critic burst into tears after tasting a dish named, Flavored Regret. And then she appeared. Yuna. Clad in a cloak made from the woven fibers of bioweapon tendrils, walking on a carpet of neural vines. She stepped to the center stage, where a monstrous specimen the size of a shuttle lay chained and writhing. The lights dimmed. This one's special, she whispered. This is the original. The prime spawn. The seed of their invasion. The crowd hushed across 1,000 systems. She lifted her blade. It tried to kill us, she said. Now, it feeds us. The knife sang. The creature screamed. The universe listened. Steam rose. She dipped the meat into a sauce glowing with alien neurotoxins. Then brought it to her lips. Bite. Chew. Swallow. She closed her eyes. Then smiled. A ripple of emotion shot through the galaxy, an instinct older than war. Something sacred. Unstoppable. Flavor. Zodok sat frozen. She consumed the seed, Quiven whispered. No, Zodok muttered. She blessed it. A silence fell across every war fleet, every war council, every orbital gun array aimed at Earth. And then they lowered their weapons. Surrender came not in the form of treaties, but menus. From every corner of the stars came a single message, broadcast to Earth. We would like a seat at the table. Una responded live. She leaned toward the camera, still licking sauce from her fingers. We don't need peace talks, she said. We have recipes. Billions watched as she raised a toast of alien marrow wine. To survival, she said, through spice. A cheer echoed across 1,000 worlds. And for the first time in galactic history, a war ended not in fire, but in flavor.